What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So if you guys didn't know, EA Sports patched the game again and didn't tell us. I can't figure out when exactly they're doing it. It could be during the downtime. It could be with the the whole roster update in MUT, because you don't have any regs in MUT, so it doesn't make any sense that you have to download it to play MUT, but that's neither here nor there. The bigger deal is this, right? The acrobats and the stuff that I have on my players, acrobats is a very, very useful tool. I want to make sure that I let you guys understand that. It's not that it doesn't work, it's the fact that there's so many other things being affected right now within the game. All right, so one of the things that are happening is this. If you're playing anybody that's running like certain nickel man coverages, whatever type of nickel it is, you'll notice that they're sticking to your guys like glue. Not only are they covering like those smart routed corners, but they're running with you no matter where you go. I don't know when that started happening, because I'm pretty sure many of you guys know, we've been playing against man coverage for a while. I think what happened is, in the beginning of the year when it was too OP, I think a lot of guys went on Reddit and started going wild and raging, and EA Sports tuned up man coverage. I don't know what happened since then, but they've brought it back. So now a lot of the offenses that you've ran before, when your players were getting open on man coverage, you're probably going to need route tech, or you're going to need like mid-in if it's a slot player. You're going to need abilities on certain players to make it work. Over at GmiasWorld Gaming, you'll see a full-length gameplay of the stream where you guys will be able to go ahead and check that out. Shout out to all you guys that are subbed over there. You guys are goats. You'll be able to see exactly what's going on, what created the situation. But it is very, very important that you guys understand that you're going to have to make some changes. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that I have the best possible situation for my team. When you look at the abilities that I'm putting on, some of you guys are going to say, yo, Edge Threat Elite, unpredictable, like what's going on with that? It is very important that you guys understand why I'm doing that though. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm doing it to, try to figure out something that's going to lock up or rush in faster or whatever like that. It is just something that regularly works. It's something that regularly will make sure that other people cannot do what they want to do. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to adjust to this game. You guys come and be like, yo, Gmia, bro, you raging? He's not that bad, this and that. No, he really is that bad. He definitely is that bad. So people need to understand a couple things. When you're looking at it from this aspect, people are going to come out and run whatever it is that they feel they need to run, all right? And when they start running these plays, it's going to be very, very important that you guys check it out and understand exactly what you need to do to counter what they're doing. So with everything else that's going on, you want to be very, very careful with it. All right, so I'm going to adjust this, and I may adjust it again afterwards. I may have to keep adjusting it, but for now, I'm going to have to increase the pass rush. The pass rush is what's very important with this situation. So until I'm able to do anything else with it, I'm going to have to continue to do it this way. I will change that from El Toro to an inside stuff. I will be able to do that probably in the future. But for right now, I think it's in the best case scenario to be able to kind of, adjust with what's going to get more pressure, right at them, because I don't want to run man coverage. If you guys want to run man coverage, you don't really need like the specific man-to-man coverage abilities. You can just pretty much put on what the guy had that I was playing, like bench press and stupid stuff like that. And if you get the right press on the line of scrimmage, you will be okay. There will be no issue, because the man coverage, it'll just stick with the player. You don't even have to play over the top. That's what's really interesting, and it's very, very interesting about it. Usually we would press and then play over the top and see what happens. It's not even like that anymore. You don't need to do any of that. All you realistically have to do is come out in any nickel coverage and play man-to-man coverage. You can, as far as like your D-line goes though, you see the way that I'm upgrading my D-line and I'm going all out, unpredictable, Edge Threat Elite, doing all that weird stuff. You don't have to do it that intensely. You can go the other route and beef up your man coverage with your corners and stuff like that. You can always do that. But this is something that I'm choosing to do. Because I know the way the game is working, if it just so happens that I come out in zone and I hot route, from out of a deep blue to a man, a man coverage, whatever, and then I press him, I know that corner is going to play it better because of the way that the game is playing right now. And then with the abilities that I have on my D-line, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to react a lot better. So because that's the case, it's a lot easier for me to develop my scheme. So when you look at what I'm doing right now, understand I'm going a different route because I prefer to play zone. I don't like man coverage. So with everything that's coming with that, you're going to have to figure out how you want to rock with it. because that's something that's major. Also, another thing that EA Sports has tuned, the run game out of sets like bunch tight end. So when you look at that and you're trying to figure like, all right, guys are not only rolling out anymore, also I'm taking off all my abilities off my O-line. I played a guy with no O-line abilities, he ran the ball all over me. So O-line abilities, you guys are out of here. It's done. But listen, with the bunch tight end, that inside zone, outside zone run, you can run that all game and not worry about anything. It's really, really like turned up, but you don't need abilities on your O-lineman. It's not necessary. If you choose to do it, that is your problem. You can figure it out as you go along, though. If you have decent O-linemen, Trent Brown is garbage. I have to get rid of him. He sucks. But we're going to have to evaluate that later, and I have to see who else is available. Maybe we get an Ultimate Legend or something to put right there. Maybe like a Joe Thomas, because he's terrible, and he's getting shedded at a very, very fast rate, and enough is enough with that guy. So we're not going to be dealing with that much longer, but everything else that's surrounding the way that my offense plays, because my guys don't get open with deep out and deep in against man-to-man coverage, you're going to have to be very, very smart with it. We're going to have to throw drags. Because Trevor Lawrence has Hot Route Master, we got to put our running back on a Texas route. We have to change up what we're doing. And these are the things that I'm going to be trying to explain to you guys going forward. You know, because the one thing that I'm trying to tell you is the man coverage is OP. Some of you guys are going to say, okay, Gmi, how are we beating it? It's going to be very, very obvious. We're going to have to go. I'm running tray offset now. Whenever anybody comes out and they want to run man coverage, we're running tray offset. All right? We're smart routing corners. We're creating crossers. We're having slants with a combo. We may even motion guys. We may turn into pro players. Like, it may get crazy, but you're going to have to decide the way that you want to go about doing it. You can also run the ball, like I said, against the man-to-man coverage, although it is a little bit more difficult to do it like that, to run the ball against like straight man coverage, but you can do that as well. It is something that if you run the right, you know, what is that run that we do with the quick base? The quick base is out of any sets, as long as you can get it, you know, in your shotgun plays, you know, like Patriots have it in trips, whatever. Those quick base runs are very, very good. So as long as everybody understands what is going on exactly, you should not have an issue. There should not be an issue with being able to overcome the new, you know, this whole patch thing that EA just did, because they did it. It's very, very obvious that people are playing man coverage out of their minds right now. It's not, bro, it is very, very obvious. So make sure you take a look at that. As far as me right now trying to figure out where I want to put additional ability stuff, it's just like, yo, look, we got abilities now because we took it off the O-line. Let's take a look at Leapfrog. You know, you won't fumble doing a journal. Bro, it won't last that long. You guys know that. This guy will be Rage Soul within the hour. Well, not Rage Soul, but we'll take that ability off within the hour. So we're not going to worry about that too much. But again, I would urge you guys to take a look at your defensive side of the ball. If you want to just rush the passer real crazy, you can go ahead and use the abilities that I put on my D-line. If you don't and you want to enhance the man coverage, take a look at some of the man abilities, the bench press, you know, whatever, the deep route KO, all that good stuff, and let me know about it. Other than that, be careful, be safe, enjoy what you can, bro. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.